Board. Welcome to the Thursday night team call. It's Team Call Thursday. And I'm really excited about tonight's topic because it's super practical. Whether you've been in the business for 2 minutes or 2 years, there's definitely something everybody can apply from this. And we're going to be talking about challenge groups tonight. So, challenge groups, if you didn't know, are the bread and butter of what we do as coaches. And and that is really that is what separates us from other organizations. It's what separates us from just being a product, but it's our community. So that is what we are going to be talking about tonight. So real quick though, I did want to mention just a couple things in regards to I made a video the other day in our group, and I don't know if you guys saw it, but it was about becoming Emerald and why that is such a huge benefit to you, especially now, and why you guys really, really want to push for Emerald because what happens, if you understand team cycle volume. If you don't, then you need to go watch that video that I shared as well so that you get that you understand how it works. But team cycle volume, if you're an Emerald coach, then you get to earn off of the volume that the team beneath you is producing. So that means coaches that you sign up, coaches that your coaches sign up, customers that your coaches sign up, even people that are just added in the organization after you. All of that volume accumulates to your account. And when you're an Emerald, you get to earn off of that volume when you match it on the opposite side. So the reason why that's really important is with Shanti coming out with the program, it means huge volume for our business, as for our organization as a whole. And number two, it means that we're going to get with New Year's as well, we're going to have a lot more traffic coming our way to Beachbody in general. And when you're Emerald, you get to participate in the earning off of your team cycle bonuses. And you'll also, that's one of the requirements to become on Success Club, and in Earning Success Club, then you get those leads that come through as well. So if you've ever been motivated to hit Emerald, now is the time to hit Emerald. Let me tell you, now is the time to hit Emerald. So, but first of all, tonight we're going to talk about challenge groups. So I want to have Michelina share for a few minutes, and we've got a video to show you guys, and we have some other things that we're going to talk about. So I'm going to turn it over to her real quick.
Hey, so I want to share about challenge groups. And I'm going to say this: if you don't have a challenge group going, you don't have a business. If you just sell a challenge pack to somebody and you can't back it up with a challenge group, that customer will only last for a month. It would just be a customer. It would just be one sale, one time. And that is why it is, like Lauren said, the bread and butter of this business is our challenge groups. So you can't not just sell that challenge pack. You have to have something. And if you don't have a challenge group, or if you only have signed one person because you just started, ask us and we'll help you. We'll put them in a group with us. So you never alone this business. That's why I love it. I love it so much. We're never alone. Okay. Let me see. There's two reasons to have a challenge group. It is for your new customers, but it's also for your old customers. I have had several people that started real strong this year, and then I think April hit, and it went downhill, and I haven't seen them since. But a couple of them, they've been in my ongoing group, and that's one of the challenge groups I want to talk about today. And now they're saying, hey, I'm ready to get back. They gained all that weight back on, and now they're ready to start again. And with this hype about Shanti, it's like, okay, I'm just going to be not fit for a couple more months, and then I'm going to start in January with you. But if they were not in my challenge group, they would have forgotten all about me if they were not in my ongoing group. So even people that don't is a part of your group for a little bit and just quiet in your group, just keep them in there because they'll come back. They always do. So there's the new customers, and then there's the customers we already had. So that's the two good reasons to have a challenge group. Um, uh, and uh, and what happened in a challenge group is also all that you get all that. I know that when Lauren, she posts something, or I know when my challenges see I'm posting something about something healthy, I'm like, oh, maybe I should make that. Maybe we shouldn't have burgers tonight. Maybe I should actually make that. And that makes you want to live a little bit more healthy, and keep us on top of their mind to be in a challenge group like that. So there is different kind of challenge group, and that's what I want to talk about. First of all, for all these groups I'm talking about right now, except for maybe the last one, you have to think about what time of the year it is. So you're not going to do a challenge group about bikinis right now. You maybe going to do a group about it's being dark, it's being cold. What would be a good challenge group to do around that would be, of right now we have Thanksgiving, so you do something with a theme of that season. A lot of people are depressed in the winter. It may be something like that. So you have to think about where are we in the year when you pick your theme for your group. So that's an overall theme for all I'm going to talk about. That's why I mentioned it right now. But the first I want to talk about is free groups. Who do we do free groups for? We do free groups for people that's not already signed up with us. And typically a free group is 1 week, because it's a little bit like you go to the grocery store, okay? I know Lauren loves Trader Joe, and down Trader Joe's corner, they stand there with a free sample of something. How often do you go down and get that free sample and you end up buying that? That's what we're doing here. We are free sample of pie. That's how you have to look at it. So you are going to give it everything you got. Even though it's a free group, you have to treat it like they paid for it. So again, you have to come up with a theme, because they're not drinking their shakes yet. They don't have Beachbody On Demand. So come up with a theme. You can give them a free month on Beachbody On Demand if you want to, and do like a clean week, but you can also do a water challenge or burpees challenge or whatever, but you have to treat it like they paid for it. You have to post several times a day, and you have to have a common theme for that week. What I've had really successful with is my water groups. I don't know what it is with water groups, but they are extremely successful for me. And what I do is I keep them in the same group. That means that if, let's say last year, 50 people signed up in January for my water group. Then when I do it again in March, I keep the same 50 people in there. I just add all the new ones in there. So if somebody didn't sign up, maybe they see it next time like, oh, so you'll never go away. I'm just better just get healthy. So I never take people out. I let them do that themselves. So what I do in my water group, because I do that in 2 weeks group, because I feel like water you have to do for 2 weeks. I just take all the content out of the group, and then I add new content every single day. That have worked really good for me. Water groups have worked, but you can do, like I said, push up, back to school recipes, potluck, but you have to think about something that is in season. So you don't do back to school in March, for example. I think you guys got it. Let me see, I wrote some more stuff here. But treat it like they pay for it. Make a plan, schedule it out, do that week, make sure they're in the group. And of course, I don't know if you can remember, we talked about you make an invite, and then they say, yes, we're going, and then you add them to the group. We never just add people to a group without their approval. We let other companies do that. We don't do that here. You want people that want to be in the group, because you don't want to be that pushy sales irritating, adding everyone to a group. Okay, so that was a free group. Now we're going to talk about the paid group. The paid group is 4 weeks, maybe 6 weeks. Some of them doing 6 weeks. I never do more than 4 weeks, plus a prep week. So what you do is you pick a date. Say you start the 1st of December. That's when your challenge group start. You would do a prep week. That means you are inviting them a week before, so they can get up to gear. Because in this group, they have paid for a challenge pack. So there are a lot of information they don't know about. So they have to think about, they have to know about their shakes. You have to show them how to make a shake. You have to show them, what is it called? Fixate, the cooking show in there. They maybe don't know about that. They don't know about the containers. So you got that whole week to show them. Show them how to use Beachbody On Demand. Take your phone, make a video while you use it on the computer, whatever it is, or find a link to some YouTube, but show them how, so when the week starts, they're ready. Also get them to take a picture before they start the week, or start the month, because we forget how we look. We forget how we looked last month. And also talk about some of the struggles that you have, or what some of the things that make it easier for you. Show them your meal plan. Show them some of the recipes that you're going to make. Say, hey, I'm in group A, and this is some of the meals I'm going to make. Take pictures of it. And that way, keep you accountable too. And you can pick that you all are going to do the same workout, or they can do whatever workout. So also help them find the right workout, or make a description about the different workouts. That's also a great way, so they can, but that whole week, you really have to get them up to speed. And then the week starts. And then you have to get them engaged, really engaged. You have to tell them, hey, I expect you to post every day. And then if you can see they're struggling about sugar, you share some recipes about Shakeology brownies, or whatever it is that you're making, or whatever it is that you are eating or drinking that helps you with your sugar cravings. So be really honest. Also, some people will gain weight in the beginning because they work out, the muscle swells up, they gain a couple pounds. Talk about that. So be really upfront with your struggles that you have noticed, and talk about it. Go live in the group, and be consistent in that group. That is so important. So if your group is 4 weeks plus a prep week, you're posting every single day, at least 3 times. You can't start out strong and then go downhill. They're not going to take you serious. They're not going to think that you're really in this business if you don't start as strong and end as strong as you did. Did that make any sense? Sorry. Something that I have noticed is a lot of people have a hard time getting their Shakeology to taste good. So I like to go and make a video where I make my shake and show them exactly what I put in and how I do it. And that have helped several people that was like, is this what I'm supposed to drink? They come, this is nasty. Why is it so gritty? You know, you can really make a Shakeology taste awful if you don't know what you're doing. I'm just saying. I did it many times in the beginning. So you got to show your tricks and what it is that you're putting in. Do you have a little trick? Cinnamon, almond butter. I don't know what your trick is. I got mine. So that's what I show. And also get them engaged. We in these groups, it's working out, it's drinking water, it's drinking your shakes. There's a lot of different aspects in that you can post about. And if you post in your group about healthy living, about healthy food, that's what they're going to see when they go on Facebook. And you know what? If you watch TV all day, I'm not saying any of us do that, but if we watch TV all day and all we saw was commercials for burgers, guess what? We're going to want a burger. If all we see all day is recipes about healthy living, that's what we start craving. And we see all these people that lost weight and they feel happy and their skin is glowing. That's what we want then. So it's always top of your mind, what is in front of you. And that is what you put in front of your challenges. And you make a community. So then we got the ongoing groups. And that is the one that you all know, Lawrence, it's the Fit family, and mine is Fit Beyond. So we have these groups and we post them every single day, all year round. And that is what I talked about, the customers that was real strong and then dropped off and then they got real strong again, but they will always be in that group. And also, I want to say something that I forgot to say. So if you do only monthly groups and don't have an ongoing group, keep the same group but change the name of it. So don't, every time you make a new one, don't change it up, or you change it up but keep the same group so the same people will be in there, and you don't have to invite them in the new group because they're already in there. I hope that made sense. And then this is the best one. It is the Coach Opportunity Group. And I know Lauren does one for 3 days. I've done that a couple of times, 2 or 3 day group. And then Dare to Dream does an awesome one. They start doing a 1 day group, and I love it. I think it's very strong. I love it's much better than what they did before. And if you haven't joined it and seen it, you have to go on there and see it, because it's really a really good group. It's a 1 day thing, and it's strong, and it's fun, and it's very engaging, and I really like that. And something new that just started. I think it started last month or this month, but I really love that one. And then I wanted Virginia. Can I get you to share what you just did, because it was so awesome? She did something, and she has been crazy busy in her business.
Last night I posted a picture about the next 4 people to join my challenge group would get a free water bottle from me. And I had probably about 12 people message me and want to join. I haven't gotten through all of them because I've been at work and busy, but just like that, I bought a handful of water bottles, and I have a friend who does vinyl, and I'm just gonna customize their water bottles with their names, and something cheap and easy. If all of them buy a challenge pack, that's $160 a piece, so I'd be getting back more than what I spent on buying a simple little gift for them. So it's those little things that they're just kind of like, yeah, I'll join for a water bottle, even if they do it for a month and don't enjoy it, but they still enjoyed it for a month.
It's so awesome. It's so awesome. I love it. I love it. I think I'm going to buy some water bottles, because I just think that is so cool. It's inexpensive, and it worked. You've been so busy. You had old customers buying stuff and selling challenge pack, and it's absolutely amazing. Thank you for sharing that.
You're welcome.
So I want to tell you about this video that I want you guys to watch. This girl, and that's my last thing, then it's all yours, Lauren. I hope the baby's sleeping. So this girl, she joined me a year ago. She has not lost as much as I wanted her to, but she was almost 400 pounds when she joined me. She had given up. All her hope was over. She was going to have the stomach surgery, where you get your stomach make itty bitty, because she had given up. She didn't think that she had the willpower or the energy or anything to change her life around. She said she couldn't see herself. She has a little boy, he's 10 years old, and she couldn't see herself living till he got old. She's giving up everything. She didn't know what to do. She said, Michelina, I know I'm a mouthful, but do you think you can handle me? Would you try? I said, of course, let's try it. So she joined me. She lost 40 pounds so far, and she have told me she will, as long as I'll be her coach, she will never go anywhere. And she is drinking her shakes. She's eating her Beach Bars, and she is working out. And when you're that big, you know that's tough to work out. And when the days when she doesn't work out, she goes for walks, and she is always engaging in my groups. I can always count on her. So I sent Lauren a video she made to tell you guys why she loves doing challenge groups.
Okay, here we go. Can you guys hear it? Thumbs up. You guys can't hear it?
No, we can't hear it.
Hold on. Is it just low, or is it?
It's very low. Yeah, it's very low.
Now?
No.
Really? I don't know what to do.
Lauren, you're talking and you're trying to play the volume. I mean the video. Typically that's what happens. Oh my gosh.
Okay, so Nothing?
It's very low.
Aw. Okay, well, we might have to play it. What I can do is I can upload it to our page directly after this call, and then
Okay.
all of you guys can go watch it because it's a really good clip, and it really drives home the point of everything we're talking about. So everyone promise me you'll go watch it. I've never done that before, so didn't know how to expect that. That was awesome, Michelina. Like spot on with this subject. Like she said at the beginning, if you don't have challenge groups, you really don't have a business, because this is what makes us different. This is what separates us from the other organizations that are out there. There's tons of organizations that are out there, and you buy a product and then it's like, okay, you buy a product and maybe you'll buy the product again if it's something you really like. But the challenge group is part of what we offer, because you guys know that everybody and their mother, they can go on Amazon and buy our programs. They can go to beachbody.com and buy the programs themselves. They don't need to be a coach. They don't need to have a coach in order to, participate in this. And a lot of people they've bought the programs because they saw the infomercial, or they saw the online advertising, or maybe they even saw somebody doing the workouts and, it's like, well, I'm going to give that a try. And then they have the program, or they have on demand. And, I can't tell you how many people have some of our programs in DVD form and they're sitting on their shelf. They're just sitting there collecting dust because that's all it was. They just bought a program, and then they never had that accountability factor. They never had that coach factor to hold them to it and to give them the tools that they needed to make it a lifestyle, make it a habit. And so as coaches, with our accountability groups, with our challenge groups, online boot camps, whatever you want to call them, that is like the missing piece, that is the thing, that's the glue that ties all of this together, and that's what makes it from, oh, hey, I just bought this program, to, oh, hey, I just joined this community. I just joined this team. I just joined this family. I just joined this group of positive, like-minded people who are going to help me achieve my goals, who are going to be there for me, who are going to show up, who are going to be my virtual gym buddies, So when we're talking about our challenge groups and we're talking about our challenge packs, it's not like, whenever somebody asks how much it is, I make it a big point of, to share, first of all, everything that comes in their package, but letting them know that part of what they're getting is they're getting the challenge group experience. They're getting access to our online boot camp, and that is a game changer, and because it is. I mean, like, who has a personal trainer in their back pocket? Not that we're personal trainers, but through Beachbody On Demand, you have what is like having a personal trainer in your back pocket. But who has a virtual gym buddy in their back pocket? I've had people, like, I've worked out with people before, or, we would go running together or whatever. And, sometimes the weather would suck. Sometimes they couldn't show up, or I couldn't show up, or I slept in, or whatever, so like, even, you can have a gym buddy, but it's still not as consistent as having this whole family of gym buddies that are right there at your fingertips, rooting you on, sharing this experience with you, and giving you that encouragement and that support on both the good days and the bad days. So challenge groups are non-negotiable. If you want to be an amazing coach, you need to master challenge groups. And guess what? I sucked at them at first. Like, I sucked so bad at challenge groups before when I first started. And I was so scared to start them. I felt like, oh, I need to do the training again, or I need to, be a part of someone else's group again before I start one. But then I was like, you know what? I'm never going to learn if I don't just get out there and do it. So for those of you who are new and maybe you've not run a challenge group before, you need to just get out there and do it, because you will learn more in doing it than you will just sitting on the sidelines watching YouTube videos of how to run the best possible challenge group. You've got to learn through your experience. And I'll tell you, my first few, it felt like I had crickets chirping in the background. I would post something, I would share something, and like nothing, and I was like, this sucks. But you know what? I learned and I grew through that. And now, the thing is, all of you in this group, I know you guys all have awesome coaches. So like Michelina said, like, let's say in 1 month, you only have 1 or 2 people and you're like, oh, should I run a group with 1 or 2 people? For one thing, you definitely can. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you feel like, oh, I want more of like that team environment, then partner up with your coach, partner up with another coach. Even you can collaborate with other coaches. They don't even have to be your upline coach, and, bring your forces together, bring your groups together. You don't need a huge group to have an awesome challenge group. Even if you just have like, 3 or 4 people. You can do an awesome challenge group with 3 or 4 people, because it's not about having a big group. You know, even in the big groups, you're only going to have a small percentage of people that actually participate. That's just the way it goes. And that will probably forever boggle my mind, that if I've got 20 people that, and they all paid for a challenge pack, and then only like 10 of them participate, I don't understand that. I can't make them participate, but I'm going to do my part, and I'm going to show up, and I'm going to work with the willing. So, you know, you do your part as a coach, and don't necessarily worry about the ones that might, you know, fall to the sidelines, or, you know, might not necessarily put forth the commitment. You can't make them want it. But I will say this, that make sure you are doing your part as a coach. You know, some people need more accountability than others. Some people need more checking in than others. And your job as a coach is to give them a 5-star experience through the challenge groups. You know, it's like if you've gone to Disney World before, you go there and you just, I mean, the moment you come on the property, everything is like done in excellence. Like, you know, from the grass to the parking attendants, everybody's happy, everybody's smiling. You have this 5-star experience. Like, there's no expense spared when you go to Disney World and you see what they've created there, and you spare no expense when you go there too. But you know, like, you have this amazing experience, and that's what we need to create in, like, that same kind of caliber of experience. We need to create that in our coach challenge groups, you know, look, some people call them online boot camps. Some people call them, you know, challenge groups. I like calling them online boot camps or a virtual gym, because I feel like most people don't know what the word challenge group means. So if you say challenge group, be prepared to explain what that is, because a lot of people don't know what that's Beachbody lingo. A lot of people don't know what that is. But, you know, it's our job to give this world-class experience to people, because that is going to, you know, that's going to remind them, that's going to show them that, hey, someone cares about my success in this. So, we're probably going to run out of time today, but I want to go over just a few practical things here with running groups. So, you know, like Michelina said, there's different ways to do it. You can do like a 30-day group or an ongoing group. What I personally do is what I have done in the past is I'll do like a 30-day group. And then once they quote unquote graduate that 30-day group, then I put them into my ongoing group. So I switch them over. So that's one way to do it. And I would just do that same 30-day group, same 30-day group, same 30-day group with new people, you know? And so, like, let's say in the month of November, I have 5 people. So they're going to go in my 30-day group. After they, you know, do that 30 days with me, then I'm going to graduate them into my ongoing group. And then, you know, the next 5 or 10 challengers are going to start the 30-day group. And I would change, even though I'd put the same exact content in my 30-day groups, I would change out the theme, like Michelina said, and, you know, maybe change out the graphics for it or something like that. So something that helped me with my challenge groups is, for my 30-day group, I would have a template. So I would, you know, I kind of created this 30-day group, which if you go in your Coach Online office and you look under the tab that says Grow My Business, you can look under challenge groups and challenge group guides. There's a challenge group guide for literally every program that we have, and even for like a multi-program or like a more generic version. So you don't even have to like stress out about coming up with good content. You have something to start with that Beachbody's already provided for you. I highly recommend making it your own and making it sound like you, and putting your personality and putting even your graphics and your images in there. And don't just, you know, copy and paste, because it'll be pretty obvious. And you know, that's not what people are going to get out of this. What they get is a friendship. What they get is a connection. What they get is somebody that cares about their success. So make it your own. And that's where I started with my challenge groups. I started just using the Beachbody content, and then I kind of would build on it and make it my own as I went. So like, I kind of created my own 30-day group, you know, from that over time. And I would literally, I'll just show you guys really quick, kind of, this is a clean eating group, but same concept. So this is my clean eating group, but I have the same exact thing for a challenge group. I have the description. I have, like, you know, Sunday post, Monday post, Tuesday post. So when it comes for my challenge group, my 30-day group, I would literally just copy and paste this into my, let me show you guys. I don't know if, I'm pretty sure you guys all know. So maybe this is like basic for some people, but like, I'm doing a clean eating group right now. So, and just pretend this is a challenge group. But literally, I would just copy my content, and you can paste it in here. And then now with Facebook, you can actually schedule your posts, which is amazing. So you can just schedule your posts, So you can do a whole week's worth of posts. You can sit down and schedule it if you plan it out. Or if you're doing a repeating group, you can have that content saved and then copy and paste. So I kind of do that every night. I just schedule my posts for the next day for all of my groups, whether it's a free group or whether it's a challenge group, my 30-day challenge group, or even if it's an ongoing group. So my ongoing group, obviously I'm putting fresh new content in there all the time. And a lot of people are like, well, how do you come up with content? For one thing, Beachbody On Demand blog has tons of content, like tons of amazing articles. We don't have to be the experts. We're just the middleman. So if you want really good content like articles and stuff like that, Beachbody On Demand. If you want amazing recipes, Fixate, Beachbody On Demand. Amazing, amazing recipes that actually fit in with our meal plan too, you know, which is awesome. You don't have to like try to figure out the containers. It's already there. So there's tons of awesome recipes that you can share there. Pinterest. I mean, dude, just go on Pinterest. Like that's like the easiest. I mean, granted, it's a time suck. You can get lost in there, but have a focus, like, you know, purpose for why you're in Pinterest. But you can look up, you know, fitness facts. You can look up fitness motivation, health motivation. You can look up healthy tips. You can look up, you know, fitness quotes or whatever. You can, I mean, it's just like a gold mine of content. So, you know, for those of you who have like super, super busy days, I recommend taking one day out of the week and have that be your content creation day. And so sit down and be like, okay, I need some content for my challenge group, for my ongoing group, for whatever group it is that you have, and start searching things on Pinterest or searching things on Google or searching things on the Beachbody blog and save it in a folder on your computer or on your phone. Or better yet, just go ahead and into your Facebook groups and just schedule all those posts, you know? So sometimes I'll do that. I'll do like a content creation blitz where I'll just sit down and I'll just save all these images, or I'll copy all these articles, or I'll write up, you know, some posts, and I'll go ahead and schedule them into my groups for the week ahead. And it just frees me up during the week. And I know that I'm putting good content out there for my groups, for my challengers. And then I can focus my work time on checking in with those challengers and checking in with my coaches and checking in with, you know, the people in my free group and engaging with them and worry less about creating content. So that's a big way to help you save time, help you manage your time more efficiently, and make sure that you're getting good content out there. But it's not hard to find content. It's super important for you to be consistent. So, and I'm going really fast here because we only have 4 minutes, but a lot of people ask, like, how many times should you post in your challenge groups? I recommend like 3 times a day. I think that's pretty standard, like 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon, 1 in the evening. And again, if you're working 9 to 5, you might not have time to like come up with something on the go each day. So do it the night before. I literally do that every day, the night before. I schedule my posts, I go find my material, and I schedule my posts for the next day. And, you know, I'll do like a motivational quote, I'll do a recipe, and I'll do something funny. And then, you know, the rest of my stuff is maybe like a check-in post or something like that. So, so that's definitely something, you know, that's important, to be consistent. And there's really no reason you can't be if you just implement some of these simple things. But be consistent, because if you're not consistent as the leader, and, you know, then you can't expect your people to show up. And a lot of times people will say, oh, well, no one's responding, or no one's, you know, like no one's checking in, or no one's commenting. You be consistent. You be the leader. And if you need to reevaluate some things, reevaluate some things. If you need fresh people in there, then those fresh people will help spice things up and will help create more engagement. But the speed of the leader is the speed of the pack. So if you're only showing up half the time and only posting, you know, like 2 weeks out of the month or whatever, or 3 days out of the week, then, you know, if that's all you're doing, you can expect that the people that you're leading are going to do half that, if that, or they're really not going to show up. So you have to be the one to set the pace and set the tone. And even when you're adding people into your challenge groups, you know, something you can do is walk them through and say, hey, these are the expectations for the group, not like in a mean or like obnoxious way, but be like, hey, this is what this is what I'm prepared to do for you and to give you over these next 30 days or in this ongoing group. But here's what I want you to do in the group to make sure that you get the most out of it, and to make sure that you participate in this team community that we have. And say, hey, I want you to post in there once a day, whether it's a good thing, a good report, bad report, whatever. I want you to post in there once a day. I want you to find somebody in the group to encourage and make sure, you know, that there's no negativity, you know, or whatever. You can set the expectations, but those would be like 3 like ideal things that I would kind of set as expectations for my challengers, so that they know that they have a part to play. ask engaging questions in your challenge groups to get some interaction, to get some feedback. And, you know, like I always know if I really need to spice things up, I find that if I do, you know, a contest or something fun like that, you know, it really, really helps to bring a lot of, it really helps to bring like just a lot of excitement. People love contests. People love, you know, like they just love to participate and stuff like that. So, you know, so you could do like a workout challenge contest. There's so many different ways you can do that. So get creative with that. I would even, a lot of times I'll give away like a tank top that I can get from Target or something, or like Virginia's idea with the water bottle. So that's a really, really great idea. You know, but things like that helps liven it up. It helps get some excitement in there. You can go live in your groups and just share like where you're at with your fitness journey. You guys can all commit to do a new program together. Like this Shaun T one's coming out. I want all of the people in my challenge group to do it together. So, you know, there's so many ways to go about it. There's so many different ways to do it, but I guess to boil it all down, it would be, you know, be consistent. Decide what you're going to do. Are you going to do 30-day groups and ongoing groups? Are you going to do one big fat ongoing group? You know, figure out how you're going to run it and then be consistent with it and show up and give your challengers world-class experience as a coach and as an accountability partner. And something big to do too as a coach is check in with your challengers, check in with them one-on-one, you know, even if it's just once every 2 weeks or something, but send them that message and be like, hey, how you doing? You know, what's going on? Do you have any struggles or any victories that you want to share so I can celebrate with you or help you through something, and give them that personal attention as well. So we are going to time out like any second now. But I'm going to hop on our Facebook page really quick on the Fit Fulfilled, and I'm going to go live just to finish up these last few points. So if you want, you can join me there. If not, I love you guys, and I'll see you later.